Okay, we are moving on now to sportsmanship versus gamesmanship. So what is sportsmanship and what is gamesmanship? Okay, so sportsmanship is a good thing. Sportsmanship is playing by the rules, shaking hands, kicking the ball out of play, touching gloves, bowing before your opponent, giving a tunnel after a game, whether you win or lose, that you behave in a respectful manner. Okay, so when code of ethics are embraced by everyone in sport, a culture of fair play develops. Fair play is defined as respect for the rules. When a player or an athlete adheres to the rules, this is known as sportsmanship. However, when competition is introduced, there is often a temptation to use dubious methods that are not strictly illegal in order to gain advantage, and this is called gamesmanship. Sportsmanship, good thing, playing by the rules, behaving well. Gamesmanship, bending the rules. Okay, so sportsmanship means playing within the rules and understanding the use of sports etiquette. It'd be lovely if you could remember how to spell that one. I always forget. It also refers to playing fairly in the spirit of the game, showing respect and fair play to opponents, and being gracious in both victory and defeat. There are many examples, such as kicking a ball out of play when someone's injured, or helping a marathon runner off the ground after a fall. Every year, every month, we see examples, and it's great, and that sport is enhanced by it. So someone takes the wrong turn at the end of a triathlon, and the person coming second, lets that person win, these type of things. Someone falls off a bike, whatever it is, they're helped up off the ground by potentially an opponent. A really good example of it is during it's a long time ago, but it's still famous, Paolo Di Canio. A player got injured, and just the next slide. A player got injured, and the ball was coming in. Di Canio, all he had to do was head it in or volley it in, and he caught the ball, and he was famous for it. There's the detail for it. He caught the ball rather than go for goal, and he was lauded for it. The same man, by the way, was a bit mental. He also pushed the ref once upon a time, so he's a good lad to remember. Paolo Di Canio, for sportsmanship, and then for also not playing within the rules and not respecting officials. Gamesmanship is when we bend the rules or use questionable methods without actually breaking the rules. Okay, time wasting, bringing the ball into the corner, distracting an opponent. There's a lot of that sledging that goes on in cricket and rugby. Increasing media coverage and pressure to win gamesmanship is becoming more commonplace. So this diving stuff wasn't common, believe it or not, until maybe 20-30 years ago. With all this win at all cost mentality, the line between gamesmanship and deviance is becoming more blurred. So there's another one called deviance, when you purposely go out to do something. Okay, so when you knowingly go out to injure someone, you play someone that's overage, or what we're going to get into, which is the meat of this chapter, is drugs in sport. Okay, it's essential that the concept of fair play and sportsmanship are promoted from the grassroots for sports people of the future. Okay, from some things, Tyrone apparently shortened the pitch up in Oma once to play against Dublin, so they played within the rules, but it's bending the rules, so they wanted it short so that they could potentially have an opportunity to beat Dublin in a tight pitch. Dublin still ended up winning the match. Sorry, I have to go down. Deviance then is a behavior when a spectator, coach, manager involved knowingly breaks the rules. Okay, so cheating, the use of violence, fielding ineligible players, bribing officials, and so on. So that's the last bit of this chapter that isn't about drugs. Okay, the last components of it are all about PEDs, performance enhancing drugs. And that's what we'll get into next.